Here we are again. It's early, and today we're heading to the North Maine woods to do some brook trout fishing. We got about a 2.5 hour drive from camp, so I want you to join the day with us. Should be a good time, and it's an annual trip that my dad and I make in June, and it should be good. It's going to be cloudy, a little bit of a breeze with a chance of showers, so perfect conditions to do what we're going to do. I'll catch you back up on the water.
Quite a view.
It's always special when you're coming down the highway heading into Greenville and you get your first glimpse of Moosehead Lake. It really just takes your breath away. It really shows you how important this lake is to the region.
It's almost 8 o'clock, so
It's not bad.
we left the campsite, I don't know, 3:45. By the time we drove here, got in, hiked all the gear in to the pond, we're fishing. We're in more of a remote place today. We're fishing in the North Maine woods, so we had to go through a gate, pay a fee to get in here. And usually that means the fishing's a little better. Not everybody's coming in here, not everybody's paying to come in here. So we'll see how long it takes before we can grab one here. It's a little breezy today, cloudy, still fairly warm. It's got to be
Pretty good condition.
in the 60s, so the fish should bite today. We'll probably see some trout jumping. I don't know if we'll get on a dry fly. I think it'll be too windy, but it's about the temperature, about the time of year to get some good fly hatches. It's middle of June. I'm fishing a black woolly bugger right now. Usually that's pretty good in cloudy conditions. They can see that silhouette. We've got our rain gear with us just because there's a chance that we're going to see some showers. Usually when it's like this, the fishing's good, so we'll see. We gotta figure them out, we gotta find them. Oh, there was a hit right there. Just that little bit of change of speed, and I got a hit. It wasn't a very big hit, but it was a hit. I like to move my rod a lot. I feel like that free fall when the fly floats back. Sometimes they can't resist that. Sometimes it helps too on figuring out the speed. Do they hit it when it's falling back, or do they hit it when you're pulling away from them? A lot of times they like to hit when you do a turn. So I'm going to turn now and start heading up the pond a little bit. I might troll around here a little bit first. 8 feet right here on the fish finder. For the most part, when it's not too hot, I don't troll them much deeper than that. Especially on a cloudy, windy day. hotter summer days, sunnier days, different story. With a bite. Both bites I've had have been small nibbles. They're not really an aggressive strike. More than likely a smaller fish. We really don't know what kind of a... There's another bite. Getting bites. Well, it's almost like we just trolled through like a school of bait or something. Because there was some awful small hits. Sometimes it could be a school of small trout too. Trout school like any other kind of fish. You know, I'm really shocked that we haven't got a bite yet. I mean, fish yet. We got bites, but we'll figure them out. We don't know what kind of feed these trout might have been on. Fly hatches and different things going on. This time of year it can be absolutely dynamite for a half an hour when the fly hatch is on. Then it's they kind of lay not active. Can look like a completely different pond. But usually in these cloudy conditions like this, usually we can make them bite no problem underneath. Oh, got the first one on here. Quarter past 8. Don't keep tension on him. He's swimming for the boat. We generally don't use a net unless it's a really big one. Bring my line in. I get one. Ooh, I just had a bite right there. I just had one hit mine. Let's see if I can get him to bite again. Well, he's playing that one. Looks like a decent, pretty one. This is the fly I'm using. Oh, it's a pretty one right there. Red belly on it. Dark colored, isn't it? Nice. There he goes. Right on the edge of the shoreline here where it kind of drops off. Get this boat going again. That one hit pretty hard, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
I had one hit mine while I was stripping it in, but I didn't hook him and he didn't come back.
I like to see that white thing.
Yeah. No, for sure. Can't mistake a true brook trout the way they're colored. That was an awful dark one. Didn't get a good look at it, but it's probably a male.
I'm pretty sure it was a male.
A lot of times where you get one, you're gonna get another. So we're gonna swing it back up through there. Cause I did have a hit while I was stripping mine in. Well, not bad. It took us about 15 minutes, right? Get the first one. I just see one jump right in there. Small one. Definitely some flies hatching. Probably gonna wish I had a dry fly rigged up here on the shoreline. Looks pretty good. Starting to sprinkle here. Oh, that's a hit. But I've had numerous hits already and I have not hooked one. Maybe I should check the hook point. Maybe there's no hook point on this thing. That's happened to me before. I had a hook point on it when I put it on a few minutes ago, so. A lot of times they hit in the tail below the hook.
Rain gear on there.
Might put my raincoat on. Thing is, you gotta take your life jacket off.
Huh?
You gotta take your life jacket off to put your raincoat on.
Oh, maybe it'll just be a speech out, right? Don't look like it's cool.
I don't know, it's a little dark off that way, but we'll see. It's just a little sprinkle. I'm not getting really wet yet. Try a little bit faster speed, see if that makes a difference. It's a good bet right here. Let's bite. Right on cue. I just see a big fly hatch out there. See it? Big white one.
Yeah.
A mayfly. Right there. Oh, I lost him. He come off. Makes me wonder about the hook point on this thing. Dull, probably. It wasn't a very big one, so the little ones are hard to get a good hook set. They don't pull back on it as, you know, the same. The water's down, I would say, looking at the shoreline, probably 1.5 feet from last year. There's a distinct water line that you could not see last year here. Oh, another fly just hatched out there. I don't know if you can see it on the water. But the trout aren't jumping for the flies that are hatching yet. Right there's a good
There you
bite.
go.
I got it. And keep the motor going. Doesn't feel like a very big one. It's probably 11, 12-inch one. Pretty one. I'm gonna turn the motor.
Pretty one.
Pink colored one. This one.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Grab the line here. Yeah, come off. Good. Quick release. We have a net, but that's only for the really big ones. Because we're going to release them anyway. The big ones, we try to get a good picture of them if we can. But those little ones, we're just going to throw them back here. That was probably maybe 12 inches. Oop, he's got one. I'm gonna turn the boat and cut the motor. The fighter, ain't it?
I just see a fish jumping out of the water down there. About 100 yards.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that one. This is a salmon.
That's the one you got on?
Yeah. I put it out of the water.
Is he foul hooked?
I don't think so.
I wish I could get that on camera. I'll turn the other way. Turn back and see what's going on here. He's fighting. I think maybe the trout are some trout in this area right here.
Yeah, small one.
He's a hugger.
Yeah. Let's get down in there.
Let me get him. Bring him over here and I'll get him off. Grab a line here.
Female, it's that.
Yeah, that's a pretty one. Look at the colors on that thing. There we go.
Maybe we gotta put our raincoats on now, huh?
Well, I think maybe we ought to get a fly back in the water.
Okay.
This ain't got much of a tail on.
Really?
That ain't got much of a tail on it anymore. That's a woolly bugger with a yellow tail, which is a little different. Yellow sometimes can be a good brook trout color. I like it as yellow grasshoppers in the summer work really well. And even in the fall, when they're getting ready to spawn. Mickey Finn's a good fly, yellow. We're gonna mess around here for a little bit. There seem to be some trout here. The rain picks up at all though. Any more than this, we should put our raincoats on.
Yeah.
Last thing I want to do is be out here all wet. Right on the edge of a shelf right here. I want to go back out. It's such a pretty pond. Another bite. They're right here. We're on the edge of the shelf that's running, our kind of an underwater point running out here, and they seem to be on the edge of it. More than a point, it's like a flat coming out here. That little change in depth's all it takes sometimes. Just like to run on that edge of the weed beds.
Mountain ash over there. Pretty well blossomed out.
Yeah. Definitely a pretty little pond. gotta bring it back in a little bit here. You like that, drop right down to 15 feet. Oop.
Oh shoot, it was on the edge of that boat.
All you can do is just play them. That was out in 15 feet of water. I was just saying it was 15 feet of water, and then you just got a strike and come on. Kind of line was looped around the corner of the boat on the corner. I think we're in the area for sure. Should get a bite any second here. Right on the edge, going right up fast. Turn it back here. Flat coming way out in the pond here. It's only 6 feet. All of a sudden we're at 15 to 16. 15 to 6 feet. All you can hear is woodpeckers in the distance. Birds, and I can hear some frogs, lots of frogs. I'm trying to stay on the edge of this shelf, but it's not. It's this jagged one. It's not. Oh, one just jumped right in front of the boat here. Literally 5 feet in front of the boat, right there. Look at it. Oh, a big school of bait right here. Something's working them.
Yep.
Some bigger trout sometimes hit these schools of bait. That's a good place to be too. Look in there, there's a big school of bait. See them? Water's just all, looks like waves, wind, but it's not, it's bait. Oop. I had a bite. I don't really see rain clouds coming.
Not really.
I think we might escape it though, but we might want to get a dry fly rigged up because it's a little bit calmer than I thought it was going to be. I've got a lot of these hits when I'm making a turn. Oh boy. Any minute this pond could erupt with jumping trout. It's a fascinating thing. It goes from dead calm, not a fish jumping, to like, which ring do I cast to when it happens? caught over 60 trout in an afternoon here.
This is really Maine's version of paradise. All the birds that you can hear in the background, a little bit of breeze and the wind lapping up against the boat. Sometimes when we're doing this, it's really hard not to want to take a nap. And honestly, editing this video, it's all I can do to stay awake. It's just so relaxing.
Got out a little deep right there. Get back on the edge of this shelf. You see a big giant school of bait working down there.
Is it bait up there? Wind, I guess. Fish just come up there. Like bait.
Yeah, there's definitely bait coming up down there.
Having her down there.
I would not be surprised we're gonna get a fly. Oh, there's a trout jump down there.
Really, at this point, it looked like it was going to calm down and flies were going to start hatching and the trout would be jumping. But really, this was just a calm before the storm. And the storm is what brings the fish.
Deer standing up here in the water.
Oh yeah. I thought I could hear
Cold. See it? Walking along the edge.
Yeah.
Right off that white there.
I thought I could hear water earlier, something walking in water, but I wasn't looking that way. Never know what kind of wildlife you're gonna see here. Deer, moose. Seen moose out here quite a few times. Had a hit. Yeah. The bigger trout we catch in here do eat the bait because we've a lot of times bringing in a big trout, you're spitting up bait. But that bait does compete with a littler trout. Bait right there beside you, right in front of you. Right by your rod tip. By your rod tip.
Yeah.
Bait. Right off my rod tip out that way, some bait. "17 feet of water right here." He just got hit with a good one. He's got him on. I'm gonna cut it off. See if I can get one tripping in here. Out in deeper water.
Tree out here.
I see that. Good time to check my fly.
Pretty one.
Another dark colored one. The hook is kind of dull, but I do have a point. It's not sticking into my thumb very well.
Pretty one.
Yeah, nice one. Yeah. Alright, let's go here. Go again. We're in about 17 feet of water right here. So it could be that they are out a little deeper maybe. I'm using a short fiberglass rod, that's what I like to troll with. Something too long, it's hard to play it and get the good hook set. I only like the action of the fiberglass. Not for casting, it's just for trolling. Just put this fly on. Ain't a very big trout, but hey, whatever it takes to get a strike, a reaction strike here. To a different color, woolly bugger. Green. Oh, look at him spit up bait. He's spitting up bait like crazy. And he's not even really that giant of a trout. He's just... He's probably only about 10 inches, 10 and a half. There, he come off. And that's a fly, and just a green sparkle woolly bugger. Alright, we're gonna get it out because we're up on shallow here. Wind blew us on the shallow. Sometimes you gotta match a hatch, sometimes you gotta go against the grain. Try it all. Get it back out here real quick and see if I can get another one.
Trolling flies is an excellent way to catch brook trout. You don't get a chance to see our whole setup here, but we are using an electric trolling motor. I carried in 2 lithium batteries. These lightweight batteries are an absolute game changer. We fished about 6 hours with the motor running and didn't even use the second battery.
It's the combination of the right depth, the right speed, the right fly, right bottom type. Is it a structure? Is it, you know, drop off or a weed bed? I had a strike here. Maybe they'll like it. Green one. It didn't feel like a big one, but oh, there's a bite too. Yeah. slowed up just a little bit and it got a nibble. Good bet right here. Oh. I think I did pick up some weeds. Yeah, I did. And just a little bit of weeds on there is enough so you're not going to get a bite. Okay, we're out deeper now. Smell like a skunk. Right here on the edge, it's 7 feet. Goes right up to like 2-3 feet. I'm gonna run right down on the edge of this. I don't know if I grab weeds again or not. Feels like it. No. You can get one right here, be ready. Got a feeling. Got one? Right on this edge right here. I gotta keep the motor going, okay?
Yep.
Cause we're gonna drift in shallow if I don't keep going. So we're just gonna play that fish while I got the motor going. Found a place where there's some little ones right here. For whatever reason, same sizes kind of hang together. He was bigger than you think. He come off. Good bet right here. All of a sudden we went right up. From 20 feet right to cabbage. Weeds picking up. See bottom here. Challenge is following that contour line.
Yeah.
Especially when you get the wind blowing. Everything's 3 times as hard in the wind. Go back down to where we got some multiple hits and fish down here.
Where?
Down here we got a lot of strikes and caught a couple. I hear a loon flying somewhere. Coming.
I ain't seen none on the water.
One's coming over the hill. You know, they have that different call when they're flying. See it flying?
Yeah, right there. Yeah,
It's a loon, I can hear it.
yeah.
You don't see a loon glide like that very often.
Coming right at you. Right here.
I know, he's coming in fast. Look at this one right in front of us.
Right here.
He's gonna hit the water fast. Wham, wow.
One with it.
Wow, I didn't know I never seen one come in that fast. Got him. I'm gonna turn the boat.
Well,
Oh, he's on. I just got the motor off. I don't think it's a big one, but I don't know if it knows it's hooked yet. Oh, it's bigger than I thought. I can get him over here where we can see him. Yeah, he's not a real big one. He's about a foot long. That was out in fairly deep water. Pretty one. And hooked right in the jaw. There you go, just like that. Green one. I usually don't like to fish anything that gaudy, but sometimes you can get away with it with trout. Wind is really starting to howl here.
I guess.
Which is certainly, like I said, 3 times harder, because you can't, one, you'd have a hard time following the contour lines. You have a hard time going at the right speed, and you have it's harder to get that right action when you fly. But we're catching them. Ooh, there's another one. I'm gonna cut the motor. It's off. This one feels like a small one. But they can fool you sometimes. Well, about 11 inches maybe. Maybe 12. Say 11. Get the motor off. Oh. Boy, he in. He inhaled it. That's a pretty one right there. It's a little bit about the same as the last one. Looked right in the jaw like I like it. There we go. Get that back out there. I'm going. Maybe a bright colored fly is going to be the difference. I don't know.
Close to shore, I guess.
We'll go where the fish is. We'll figure it out. I got enough battery to last all day. I got a second battery, so. Both of them bites are awful sluggish bites.
Yeah.
Like I didn't feel the bite, I just felt weight on there. So they were grabbing it when it was slack line or something. It's a lot, like I said, it's a lot harder with the wind.
And when you caught that next to the last one there, one before that, I had a hit when you were bringing it in. I just left it dangling there. So you didn't take it.
It's coming up again, so I'm gonna swing the boat. Seem to be hanging on these edges. You're too shallow, you're in the weeds, you know. But with the wind coming up, it actually should turn the fishing on a little bit. Right here, it's cloudy. It's not like, I mean, there's a little bit of sun, but only through the clouds. Dropping right off again, so it's hard to stay on that contour line.
Anyone serious about Maine brook trout know that fishing in the North Maine woods can be excellent. This particular pond is often windy. I believe the constant wind air helps to keep the water filled with dissolved oxygen. If you want good fishing, be prepared to hike into the pond. The more remote, the better.
Got my rain hat on with my chin strap with this wind. Last thing I want to do is lose my hat down the pond. There'll be white caps here before it's over, I think. Right there. That was a good hit. That felt like a bigger fish. Could be wrong. Alright, I'm gonna cut it off. I'm gonna swing the boat actually a little bit. Wait so we can get a better angle on for the camera. Off now. He's out there. Now we're gonna swing the other way. This fish don't even know he's hooked.
No.
He's a little one. But they're hitting this green thing. I didn't think they would, but they are. Sometimes you gotta do something different. There he goes. Alright, I'm gonna start it up. There's a reason why you have about 1 million flies in your fly box. You never know what they're going to be biting on. Deep again here. I gotta swing it back around again. Okay, coming up again. Spin that boat out, try to stay on the edge of this contour line. If I'm gonna with this wind, I'll try it. That's where the trout are. Well, they're showing fish on the screen. Right here. You ready? They're right off the edge of this shell. Hard to stay on it. Generally use a fish finder just for depth, but once in a while when you're in pockets of it, we'll show the fish. About halfway in about 10 feet of water. Right on the edge of a shelf, he goes from 5 feet down to 20. Probably about a 45-degree slope. Basically, I'm running the speed that lowest speed I can go and control the boat. Oh, there was a hit. Yeah, I didn't get him. Starting to come up again. I had to stay on the contour. Huh? I'm having a hard time staying on the contour. Be ready. You're on the edge. You're gonna get a bite any second. Anybody says that fishing's boring, non-action sport, they don't know how to fish. This is a challenge. I like the challenge of it. Bite. And turn the boat. Fight, baby. I'm swinging around you. He's fighting. I can see him. Good one. One just jumped right there. Did you see that one? Beyond where you were catching one. He's fighting. Right in this wind, boy. Keep the tension on him. Alright, keep your line on him. If I have to, I'll bring a motor to him. Drifting right out in the middle of the pond here. Decent one. He's putting up a fight. Boy. Yeah, nice one. Yeah. Nice one. Yeah. There we go. We're getting them in this, whoa. I got my line all over me here. I don't know what I got going on here. Oh boy. Wind's taking us right across the lake here. We'll get it.
Not get up at that cove or what?
Now. You're over 30 feet of water here. Crank her up, I guess. Out of it. Oh, I got one on. Oh, he come on.
Got it?
No, he came on. I had it on full power. I was like, oh, I'm hung on bottom. No, that's a fish. 16 feet of water here. It better not be hung up. So we certainly had our chances to get a lot more fish. We just, you know, like any other thing, you catch them, you lose them. We're not really keeping any to eat. We catch enough of those on the brooks around camp, so having brook trout all the time. So we don't ponds like this, you know, we kind of only keep ones if they're deeply hooked, or you know, maybe once in a while some little ones out of here. They gotta be 10 inches in here. Now we're up on the northern end of the pond. Wind's not as bad. Running up onto the flat here. See the bottom. Cut the motor. Drift back out. Why?
Huh?
Why?
We'll be able to get our coats on quick.
Sure we will. I will. You won't. I will. That's just a wind cloud. That's what I think. I'm talking about this big dark cloud coming over the mountain right now. But it wouldn't be a fishing trip if we didn't have a story to tell. Ready? I'm turning the motor. boat. Going into fishing mode here. Just dropped off 10 feet. Right there. Wow. That's a good one. I can tell this is a good one. You got a head shake to it. I'm gonna shut it off. I got your line or something. Oh, I got mine. I guess my line's tangled up. Ain't that a pretty one?
Line tangle up.
Yeah. Must be when I put it out. That's a pretty male. Real pretty one. You can see it in the water. I don't know. I don't know when I put my line on. It must have made a loop. Wow, that's a pretty fish.
Pretty. Yeah.
What do you come for in here? We can see him here. There he goes. That was a good release. Just what you want. Say, oh yeah, we could have got a good fish picture, but and you know how many fish pictures I have? They all look the same. I don't know how I got that in with that big knot in my line. Must be when I put it out, I put a big wind knot in my leader. See if I can get it out here. We got a big bird's nest here somehow. And that fish on there probably did not help things at all. Twisted and twisting. I really don't want to pull that tight. Get that fly in here. Okay, there's a loop. Got it. Got it. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, I've never used this green fly before. That was a pretty trout. Wide to it. It was wide back on it. I like that. A healthy looking fish. And I just give it a little bit of slack there right by the boat, and he come unhooked and swam off. Perfect. Right on the edge of that shelf. Kind of up fishing in a cove kind of in the north end of the pond, trying to stay out of the wind a little bit, just because it's challenging in this little boat with a little motor. I could tell the way that one hit, it was a little bit bigger of a fish.
Yeah.
This is kind of where we saw that deer there, wasn't it?
Yeah, that white birch is right there, we're on the shore.
Deer came out early walking the shoreline here when we were on the other side of the pond. Boy, you think there'd be some active fish on it on this windswept bank right here. Oh, right there. I had a bite.
We just had it, buddy. Yeah.
Oh. Boy, my rod, I don't think I was grabbing something, but I thought it felt like a fish. Boy, the wind's blowing us right in here. There should be some active fish right on the windy shoreline right here. There's usually a lot of feed that kicks up, you know? Might have to go try that other shoreline over there. Got him that time. I'm gonna shut it off.
Man,
I'm gonna shut it off. Might be a good one. Come here. You're gonna want to try to get in some of this cabbage weeds here, so stay on him. I ain't seen him yet. Yeah, good one. Another pretty one. And we're gonna have to get some raincoats on here. It could only go so far. Uh-oh, hold on. We're gonna hit a log right here. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm sitting on the log. Yeah, pretty one. Oh, sitting right on that log right here. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I gotta get my fly line. Get it hung on this log. I don't want that. Hope I got another one of them green flies or not. Oh. I did. I hung on that log. I almost lost it. Yeah. Alright, uh-oh. Alright, so I'm going to cut this GoPro off for a second. Okay, we just switched to the rain gear. rain's coming. But I've had some of my best fishing in here when the weather's the nastiest. In fact, my biggest trout I ever caught out of here, it was nasty. Nasty rain and wind, and
More water.
on a black,
Huh?
yeah. I could use a water probably. I should have done that before I started going again here. Well, that weren't very graceful. Tried to catch it here. You can,
We got them on just time.
you can get dehydrated. Catch up on you. You don't realize it. Think you're out in the rain, but you're not really ingesting any water. You're bathing in it.
You want a sandwich? Want a thing?
Not yet. I got a couple more fish I gotta catch first. There's some big, I think there's some big trout up here on the edge of the shelf where we each just got one. I think it's worth trolling down there a little bit more. I kind of know what to line up with on shoreline to get the right line. Thought I had a strike with just my pole was hitting the water. There's a dark nasty cloud over there, but don't matter. I've been catching brook trout out of this pond for, I don't know now, what? Getting close to 30 years. More than 25 fishing here. And over those 20 something odd years, we figured out the pockets of where to fish, where to troll, where the big ones kind of hide. So when it does get tough, we have our go-to spots. Although I've seen times we can catch them anywhere in the pond. As long as we don't see a tornado, the fun will come up over the mountain, we're all set. They were saying the chance of hail up here. I don't know if I've ever been brook trout fishing in hail. There are some other good places. It's just we're trying to use the best places where the conditions work for us as far as handling the boat. We're up here for the day, so we'll figure it out. Okay, we're running on that line where the big one's kind of hanging for whatever reason. The wind blows over this shallow shelf, and and then they kind of hang right off the deep end side of it. It's like feed gets pushed off the end of it where they're laying, looking up. There's an ambush spot. Oh man, that was a good bite. Yay! Oh well. I give it a little bit of slack and he inhaled it. And I kind of pulled it right out of his mouth. Yep. That was a good bite, boy. So there's some big fish right here, I think. They don't give you any second chances. Not always. Sometimes they do. Okay, I'm gonna cut the motor. Motor shut off. Hey, right in that line here. I'm gonna strip mine in and see if I can get a bite. A small one, ain't it?
Yeah.
Medium one.
Eatable.
Yeah, if you were gonna keep some to eat, I guess. Well, weeds on there. No. No, it'll only go so far. Little one. Fat, ain't they?
Yes, they are. Very good.
Eating bait. Alright, get my line back out. It didn't have no weeds on it. I'm going to try to keep it out here a little bit. I'm not going to let it go down as far. We're going to swing that boat back around and come back through here. I might do like a little bit of a figure eight. Actually, no, I'm going to... Yeah, I want to do a little bit of a swing back through, go that way. Well, I'm seeing little bits of blue sky now, like a sun might pop out. So who knows? It's not. I don't think the sun's gonna help the fishing though. I mean, we're not knocking them dead, but we're not getting skunked either. We're getting a fish here and there. How many we caught now? 13 or so?
7, you got 6.
Oh, well, we got to change that. I gotta stop losing them. Yeah. He's got the yellow-tailed woolly bugger, and I got the green woolly bugger. Green, sparkly woolly bugger. There's cabbage weeds right here I can see that we're going through, so I don't know. You might get hung on that a little bit. You know, there might be fish hanging around it too. Oh, I had a bite.
Same time you did.
Yeah. Wow. Good strike. I'm gonna keep it on 1 power.
Ain't out very far either.
Keep it on 1 power. lay him to the side because I gotta turn the boat a little bit so we don't go in the shore. Another pretty one. Scrappy. Yeah. Right in the rain here. Gonna see a rainbow here, I think. We got sun on one side of the pond, rain on the other. Boy, that's a good one. Oh, ain't that a pretty one, huh? Looks like I got one on. What's going on? Rip it right out of there.
Kill him.
Yeah, he's fine. Yeah, it's a fat one. I got weeds on here, I think. Gotta add my... Yeah, I got weeds on my... Wow. Not on my fly. Definitely that fly you got's more of a... Mine's more of a gimmick fly here. I had a bite. That's it. I got him this time. I can't tell how big he is because the wind. I don't think it's that big. Look at him run. Look at him run. Maybe he's bigger than I think. You might want to get the net on this one. He's big. I don't know. Now, I think he might be, maybe he's foul hooked. No, he's hooked in the mouth. Alright, I'm uncut it. You know where your line is? It ain't that big, it's just... Yeah, good release. Hooked on the side of the mouth. Just forced him a little too much, but that's fine. Like I said, we're releasing him anyway. lunch here pretty soon.
What is it?
After 11.
Holy cow.
I can troll down the pond here.
Go across and go up that way.
It's really,
Going up this way.
I don't know. Might be good down through here. Ain't gonna take much power, I just gotta steer. That was a good strike I got. The boat's gonna drift right towards yours. That's a good one. Oh yeah. You see it down in the water down there. I had a strike right before you got that one. Alright, let me bring him in. Skinny one. Pretty though. For sure. You don't want to be handled. Yeah. What? Wow, there's a good one. All right, you gotta watch your line. I got one on. No, don't bring it in. Going right for shore here. I'm gonna cut it. A little guy. Pretty one though. Wrapped around, line around himself. Pretty ones. I keep losing them. Finally, I got one hooked on. I had just lost a really big one. This one seems like it's a small one. It's not putting up a fight at all.
You dead?
Nope.
I got on one power. It's a small guy. There we go. There. Another one. There's fish hanging up here by this. I'm off. Shallow area. I don't think it's a giant one, but he's bigger than the last one. Head shaking. Wants to run behind me. Oh, little one. Little one. It's off. If that was in a brook, they'd think that'd be a pretty good one. Hooked in the side of the mouth. Wow.
He was right on top. Come on. Gee. That was a good one.
Yeah, it was huge. 15, 16-inch one. Oh. That's a good strike. And a fish on. I'll go down to 2. Running, look at that thing run. Like a sailboat. Sideways here. He isn't a very big one, I don't think. It's just the way he's hooked. Put up a good fight. Pound for pound. Wrapped right around him. Getting in. He's foul hooked, that's why he's fighting. Hooked on the outside of the head. There he goes.
Nice 20.
Nice. I got it off. Right on that edge in there. Good little spot. The head shaker. There he goes, good release. I got a glob of weeds on here, I think.
I'll call it. Anymore. Bad wind. Comes a gust. Sometimes ain't nothing.
Well, it's because sometimes we're up near shore. Little guy. Come on.
I'll call it.
Wow, that's a good one.
Right on top.
I got it off. I guess they will hit that little pink one.
What's that make? 23?
I think so, 23 or 24.
Yeah, 24, I think. Yeah, 24. I'm gonna call it anyway, because it is.
Well, I could have netted him by now. He's a pretty one.
Put a head shake on them, you know? I haven't seen him yet.
Medium sized one. Pretty one though.
Yeah, bring him in so he ain't stressed out.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, that is good. Wow.
Nope, you gotta lift your rod tip higher.
Hey, took a little bit nap.
Oh, you gotta go over my head. There you go. Nice one.
Biggest one in the trip, is it?
Now, that ain't nowhere near as big as the ones I've been catching. It's a long one. We've caught a couple this size. Ready one.
Nice one. Ain't that pretty?
It is a pretty one. I'm gonna put him back.
Good.
That little pink thing. I figured I'd get the net out.
Right on top.
Less stress on them sometimes when you use the net. Well, not in very deep water.
No,
I can see bottom.
must be that cruising. Looking for something. Out that time we see them links up here.
Oh yeah, you don't see that very often.
Very I liked it that time that bull moose chased that cow over.
Yeah. There you go. I'm gonna shut it off. pretty good one, ain't it?
Not too bad a one.
Big one. Get him in the net. Nope, keep bringing him in. Hey, he's got some head shake to him.
There you go, he's got that one.
And it's nice catch and release nets. They're all soft mesh. Well, I got pretty belly on that thing. Ugh. There you go. Is that 25?
Yep.
Sun's out a little bit now, so that fly has got a little bit of flash to it.
Yeah.
Which is a good pattern when it's sunny, something with flash. Ready to
At this point, depression is kind of set in. You can see I'm not even fishing.
Oh, man.
Just watching my dad, really getting some enjoyment out of it. And I'm also thinking about the pack out of this pond. But it was a great time, especially spending it with my dad.
Plenty of time we can get back camp and relax.
Yep.
Maybe go try to catch a bass in the morning or something.
Yeah.
Someplace we ain't gotta hike into. Kind of like water right beside the road type place. Don't get me wrong, I like this. This is, can't beat this kind of fishing, remote, pretty area. Too hot to fish. Jeez, that's kind of fishing.
Yeah.
I didn't know today was gonna get this hot. Got to be like 80. Windy down on this end.
Huh?
Windy down on this end. White caps over there on that pond. Look at them. All white caps down there. Wow. Never know what you're gonna see for weather up here. I don't matter the weather, you're gonna catch trout. You're gonna have a picture perfect scene going on. Well, 25 certainly ain't anywhere near what we usually get in here, but funny weather day. Didn't realize it was supposed to be so windy or hot. No doubt we could have figured them out a little better, but we gotta worry about packing out of here and driving back.
It became really evident for us that one of our goals going forward is we really want to get the younger generation to join us. We're getting up there in age, and going in and out of this pond is a battle. But we do it because it's a one-of-a-kind trip. So hopefully in the future, we're going to get the younger generation to come along.
Moments after coming to shore, here comes a hurricane.
Where are we coming?
Wow. Whitecaps are slapping the shore right where we are. I'm trying to unload the boat. Water's going over my boots. Unbelievable. Pretty place though.